Eisenstein, Nutella here. Welcome back to the show. I wanted to talk about the unboxing of the Ecoflow off-grid solar generator system. If you live here in New York, Long Island, like the rest of us, the power costs are quite excessive. I had done research for the last year or two of how I'm going to overcome my excessive power costs. One of the things was, how do I get off the grid? The power costs here on Long Island are excessive and dangerously high. So I thought that if I began to measure my power and figure out my power consumption, to come up with a system where I wouldn't have to pay. So in 2023, we've decided to take off-grid solar generator technology and see if we have the ability of partially or fully getting off the grid, meaning disconnecting from your power company and serving your own power. I have done my research and came to the Ecoflow brand of products. So in the Ecoflow family, this Delta 2 is one of their more higher end and exciting products. I wanted to unbox it here on the channel together. Um, Now, I'm told you can connect 3 to 6 of these devices together. It will allow me in total to perceivably have 25,000 kilowatts of power, which would mean that I have more than ample power to run the majority of things in my house. Alongside of these EcoFlows, I plan to get a series of solar panels that will also charge these devices and give me additional power if necessary. One of the great things that I like about this company, they've also made a gas and propane tank generator that is intelligent and can work with these batteries and charge them when necessary. Now, what I'm also told of this particular brand is it operates like a UPS. Now, it can't do automatic turn off like it would for a computer, but it certainly has enough. I think it's a half of a second time before the backup engages. Now, um, there are some items, not computers, that wouldn't even feel that small hit if that were to happen. I think it's important to say that it can be used as a UPS, but not for computer UPS, but for other CPAP machines or refrigerators, things of that nature. Um, I don't know how the experiment's going to go. I have a lot of parts to it. I've already documented about 100 different items and tests that I'm going to perform to see if it works. The other nice thing about the EcoFlow is it comes with wheels. It's portable. So perceivably, not only can I use it for my home, but I'll also be able to use it on the road. If I get an RV, if I go on vacation and want power anywhere. The specs on this puppy is pretty high. I don't know all the details just of yet. But like I said, you can add extra batteries. To this model, I'm told you can add 2 extra batteries, giving you almost 10,000 kilowatt hours. And then you can double that and then add more to almost go to 25,000 kilowatt hours. I assume in my Long Island home, I'm using somewhere around 5 to 7,000 kilowatt hours a day. That's my assumption before I really begin to hammer down and calculate all this stuff. Obviously, the less juice you're using these batteries with, the longer it will last. So I believe my experiments will come down to a balancing act between having to um, turn things off, have less power requirements, and more time on the battery. So I think that that's a key item there to be able to have 8, 10 hours, 12 hours of battery life to go overnight until you're recharging it by solar or other means. So where do I have to be and how many units and add-on batteries will I need in order to make this thing balance out properly and perceivably give me all of my power by myself and being off the grid completely. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how that plays out. That should be quite interesting. I'm just going to quickly post this video on Facebook so everyone can be part of it and join in, ask questions as I do this unboxing of this thing here. Share, and hopefully on Facebook you'll jump in and want to be part of it and ask questions and all kinds of stuff. Off grid um, unboxing of Ecoflow Delta Pro experiments for 2023. So if you're coming in, check it out. It'll be a lot of fun. Let me see to make sure I haven't lost my audio thing. Welcome back. If you're just hearing my audio now, and we're going to be unboxing the Ecoflow Delta Pro 3600 watt for the purpose of living off the grid, partially or completely. Our goal here is to overcome exorbitant power costs from the company, possibly take some load off of the power consumption and let this puppy handle it, um, or possibly get off the grid completely and use zero power consumption. Now, Ecoflow happens to be this exciting company that is really cutting edge in the last year or two, have created some incredible products. And I'm being told once again, you could connect 3 to 6 of these together, giving you over 20,000 kilowatts of power, possibly up to 25,000 kilowatts of power. Again, the reason I really like this unit is it allows me to plug in solar generator kits to charge it, which is my next experiment of getting a DIY solar kit that I'm going to feed this during the day. Then the other experiment is to find the balance between my home power usage and how much hours of use I can get out of storing this on the battery before I have to buy additional batteries that are going to cost me more money and possibly take up more space. Now, we're going to be unboxing the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3600. Um, and I can only hope that in a year or two from now, I will be able to pretty much be off the grid or have all my intensively high power consumption items not use the power off the off of the grid and be my own grid over here, you know. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about doing this. I have a box cutter in my pocket, and I hope to be able to kind of unbox this thing together, go through it. I'm just checking to see what's going on my Facebook account while I'm doing this. I believe it's working. Um, yeah, I think it's working. I'm gonna share it out a little more, and hopefully you guys will come and check this out with us. Sorry, I lost my audio again, and let me come back here without the audio. Should take care of it there. So I'm sure you can hear me, and let's see if that's the case. Just jumping back in to test my audio to make sure you guys can hear where I'm going with this unboxing, so it's not a waste, you know. And anyway, if you guys have any off-grid questions, I'll be available not only now, but for the next year or two as I figure all of this stuff out over time. You know, um, really looking forward to seeing how far we can go with all this. So the audio's on. We're gonna do a little unboxing now and see where this goes. Anyway, this is the Ecoflow Delta Pro. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here with the camera so we can get a little better action to what's going on. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, my DIY experiment. Let's see what's inside. If you are interested in off-grid technology, I've done quite a bit of research. There's a number of brands. There's a number of brands that are doing well, and there's a lot of weird brands, or I guess guys who are experimenting and trying to make a business out of it. I would say warranty and support is a major part of what I'm looking for when I buy these products. I mean, to some degree, they are experimental. So I do want to have a manufacturer who's involved with me long term and I can call and contact and do more things with. Certainly, I did the e bikes experiment in 21 and 22, and I noticed the value, the extreme value in working with brand name manufacturers for this latest technology. Like for example, the Segway scooter, e-scooter that I bought, quite happy with it. Now for Segway, you can get all kinds of replacement parts, get them on the phone. It's nice to have that support. Now there's a bunch of off-brand scooters I could have bought. We can't get anybody on the phone. God forbid something's wrong. So what I like about EcoFlow and what they're presenting is a good warranty and a solid company that seems to be going places and cares about the end user. You could tell by their products and the way they offer the support. So here's the Delta Pro 3600 watt unboxing for the first time. All right, that's all that's there. Doesn't seem to be too much in the box. Um, First, we have this black thing here. It's this black cardboard box. Let me cut this open. This is going to be mine. So let's see what's inside here. I assume this is power plug or I don't know, manuals or something like that. Pretty sturdy box. It's a very very well made, tough box there. Oh, look at that. So I've got, I guess, manuals right there. They give you this one car charger plug looking thing. And of course, you need these beads to keep things dry. Um, this cable, DC cable, and what seems to be some kind of heavy duty power cable. So in this box came these four items. I hate opening boxes of brand new stuff and things are missing because it was open. So, when you open this is what you should see in a sealed black container. All right, let's see what I'm going to do here. It was pretty heavy to bring in here, so I had to lug it around. I'm going to pick it up and put it right on this bench here. So let's see. It has these handles on the side. It's pretty heavy. It's about 100 pounds, I would say. I'm sorry, I do go to the gym, so don't call me a weakling. That's it. The box is empty. There's nothing else inside. And here's our beautiful EcoFlow system. Let's take a look at this guy. Here it is, the EcoFlow Pro. I guess it's not too bad. I can move it around. Has these wheels on the back. Oh, look at this. That's interesting. I guess I could put it on the ground here. And there's a handle, and I guess you could pull it with the handle. Look at that. Look at that. Well, that's pretty convenient and light. All right. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like that. That makes it quite portable, actually. Um, Look at the front here. We can look at this puppy together. So I have a 30 amp max uh, high end plug here. This is pretty important, 240 volt for your heavy duty power requirement equipment. Then you have four 20 amp regular plugs. You have a bunch of USB ports here. Um, on the side is an opening. And if you see, there's a 12-volt, 30 amp max, possibly solar generator jack, a car 12-volt, 10 amp max plug. Um, these other 12-volt, maybe DC plugs, I'm not sure yet. Ethernet, IoT pairing buttons. Interesting. On the other bottom here seems to be Infinity AC. So I heard about this. I'm told on the Ecoflow Delta Pro, on this jack down here, I can go to an EV charging station and recharge this thing within less than an hour. So I saw a video the other day of a gentleman who did that. Just brings it to an EV charging station and less than 40 minutes gets it to over 80% charge. Interesting stuff here. What else do they got cooking here? I'm gonna have to play with this. Let's look at the back. All right, listen, it's 100 pounds. It's not that light. Anyway, let's looking at the back here. I got another interesting looking plug, extra battery port. Extra battery port. I guess there's two extra battery ports right here, and fast charging button, an overload protection reset button, and oh, the solar car input jack right there. So there you go. There you have it, folks. The beginning of my off-grid experiments with my first 3600 kilowatt hour solar generator battery. Um, I believe I got it off of offgrid homes.com. You can text me, I'll send you the exact place I got it. I got it cheaper than Amazon by $300. So I shopped the heck out of it to get a good price. So yeah, Ecoflow is fully committed to environmental protection, it says here, through its products, processes, and practices. It's manufactured using a spray-free process, which creates a unique aesthetic pattern on the product surface. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it's got a strange aesthetic to it. I'm going to peel this sticker off now. I wonder if this is some kind of holder of something else. I'm going to have to open this up and really dive deep. I like the fact that you could just pick it up with this handle and go. Uh, that seems to add quite a bit of portability. I mean, 3,600 kilowatt hours, guys. That should be pretty good. I assume as I enter these experiments, some assumptions I'm having is that uh, can I get my power down to what for my whole house? 1,000 kilowatts. So this would last 3.5 hours. So I need two or three of them to make it through the night. And perceivably in the day, it'll be recharging. So by the time nightfall comes, I'll be ready to go for the next day. Also, perceivably on the days where there's no sun to charge them, I'll have a gas or propane generator, also made by Ecoflow, that plugs in here and will automatically kick on and charge this thing if it loses power and there's no solar input or any other kind of input. And then, of course, the UPS function, where it'll kick on when necessary, not good enough for computers, but certainly good enough for other appliances, maybe CPAP machines, that sort of thing. So I'll keep you posted. Off grid experiments is where I'm at. If you've seen my previous video, it's because the exorbitant costs we and all homeowners in this region are paying to the power company. Of the hundreds of thousands of properties around here, my costs have more than quadrupled in the last few years. So I really have no choice but to begin making a capital investment along with experimentation to get that into control. Um, I wonder what else we'll learn in this process, what other brands and technology will come out in the meantime to overcome what these folks are doing, or even better. How will artificial intelligence play into this? Will the apps that control this have artificial intelligence to have maybe maximize or add 2 or 3 times the ability of what it can do now? Quite interested all around that. So, at most, if I could take all my heavy duty power consumption items and plug them in here, charge them from here instead, I assume right off the bat there'll be power savings, you know? Really looking to heavily duty engage in off grid technology conversation. Couple of things I want to leave you with this video as I'm signing off. Why? Why has Ecoflow, compared to other manufacturers, decided to put in a EV charger port to allow me to charge this from an EV charger? Um, will I be able to stack even more of these over time? I mean, they're portable, they're stackable, they perceivably can give you as much power, if not more, than you're getting off the grid, and it's a one-time investment. Regarding the solar panels that I also want to experiment that go with this, I'm told that there's monies available, grant money, that us homeowners can get to be able to engage and buy those solar panels and get our refund or a major funding towards them for your house. So I don't understand. Well, partially I understand how the power companies have been able to gouge us homeowners and how the local politicians have not been able to control that in any way possible. But now they're giving us grant money to buy solar panels. I don't know. If you look at the solar panel deals that have been made up to now, right? You have your power costs regulated if you enter a deal with these solar power companies. Now, the reason I didn't do that in my home is because you're not storing energy. If there's a power outage, you're gone. It made no logical sense for me to invest in such a technology when I'm not storing power. Now, perceivably, the items that have come out today, even in 5, 10 years ago, are a fraction of the cost and perceivably do the same kind of thing. I'm kind of glad I didn't get involved in it then. So I don't know. If you're buying solar panels and you're not charging for a power outage, isn't that a little bit of a waste? So let me know what you think, guys. I'm looking to get heavily involved with off grid technology in the next year or two. So keep me posted, text me, email me. I'm a technologist. I have a technology company. I'm a musician, and I'm a heavy duty technology R&D guy, and have experimented with a lot of things. Each year, I take 1 to 4 technologies and try to get them perfect. Years ago, if you remember, I was into drones. Invested quite a bit of money in customization and drone technology. We did get to a point where I was an official in the government, and we worked very closely with the major GIS brands and got involved in their 3D mapping early on experiments with the drones we were using in our government. So I had heavy duty drone activity. Besides my lifelong interest in network technology, understanding Cisco, Microsoft products, what they're doing, and how they work. I do have a knack for computing. I did my first $1 million deal when I was 19 for a school district. I've been computing ever since. I'm lucky enough to have a wonderful family at work who I hope to spend the rest of my life with, and continue to grow that brand. But I can't stay away from doing my own technology R&D. So I started with drones, well, many things. I'm just going back about 10 years. Experiment with software. I learned the OBS functions early last year, and then later in the year, I learned the DaVinci Resolve software. I've done heavy duty 3D printing experiments. Um, I'm doing off grid experiments now. I have an excessive e bike collection, and that's growing. And we're building e bikes and experimenting with that too. I'm an artificial intelligence guy in training. We experiment with quite a bit of AI and artificial intelligence. I recently spoke in Syracuse about AI. So, very excited about the upcoming off grid experiments. And what's the power company going to do? What if I have the ability of getting off of the grid for days, weeks, months on end? Are they going to keep charging me? Is it against the law for me to be off grid? I'm not allowed to be off grid. What if I convince everybody in my neighborhood to show them what I've done and get them all off the grid? They're going to penalize us? I mean, the way I'm calculating what I can do with this, solar panels and propane gas generators, perceivably, I can get away from them completely. What if more and more people learn this? So I beg the power companies to look at what they're doing with these charges and back off before there's going to be a bigger problem. And I heavily recommend that everybody looks at what I'm doing here and gets involved in their own way. Now, you can buy this from Amazon. I bought it from Ecoflow or one of their distributors, right? Offgrid something or other.com. I'll send you the thing if you're interested. And to be continued. Wish me luck. Hopefully, I won't blow anything up. Um, hasn't really happened yet. I did almost burn my kitchen down a number of years ago, experimenting with coconut, making my own coconut shreds. Different story. Thank God everybody's okay. And yeah, I have a couple of other experiments that I've lined up for the next 5 years that are part of off grid and all kinds of interesting stuff. Uh, I'll tell you about one of them that gets me really excited. Um, 3D food printing, right? So I'm hoping in the next 24 months I'll be able to get into that. So I believe you can buy food processed filament, like a 3D printer, feed it into a food 3D printer, and print food to make it look like real food, but it's only the elements out of a spool made out of refined corn or meat or soybean or something. So they're out there on the market today. I'm intrigued by what I could do with a 3D food printer, and that probably will be my experiment in 25 into 26. And I'm trying to avoid the main experiments which are coming, which is going to be these AR glasses. Now, Apple talked about some AR glasses. I think those are the fake ones. I think the real stuff is coming out later, which are going to be just regular glasses with computer iPad overlaid. Imagine having your iWatch right there in your glasses while you operate. I think that I'm going to leave room for that. That's going to be a big deal there. So, off grid, let's say, let's challenge the power company. They don't want to play ball, I'll get off your grid. Let's see if they charge us for that. Thank you, everybody. See you at the next show.